it's Sean Bradshaw from cyberfret.com, and in this lesson I'm going to show you how to add a little percussive sounds into your lead guitar solos. So first take a listen to these two ways that I kind of approach playing some pentatonic stuff. And this. Alright, the second way what I was doing is I was adding a lot more kind of percussive sounds into what I was doing. And so rather than just kind of picking individual strings, I'm kind of hitting multiple strings, and yet I'm really only hearing one note. You know, sometimes there's some stray little open strings and little extra nuanced noises that are okay in this. But mostly what I'm doing is if I'm playing this one note here on the 7th fret of the 3rd string, you hear that kind of percussive sound instead of this. I'm actually hitting 4 different strings. I'm playing the 4th string, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st, but you're only hearing that note on the 3rd string. And the way I'm doing that is it's all noise control with my first finger here. What I'm doing is I'm actually kind of extending that first finger up a little bit beyond the 3rd string, so I'm actually touching the 4th string with the tip of my finger. And then this part of my first finger is actually touching the 1st and the 2nd. Right? You know, there's times when I want to do that even if I'm not looking for the percussive sound for noise control, so that there's not excess open strings ringing. But in this case, you know, I'm specifically hitting those strings and getting those clicks in there that give much more of a percussive sound to that note than just picking it individually. All right, and so kind of a way that you might approach trying to do this is to play, I'm playing this out of a B minor pentatonic scale, so. So what you might do is try to play every note in that scale, but focusing on hitting multiple strings, but only hearing one note. So if I start with this 7th fret on the 6th string, all right, I'm playing that, but my first finger is actually touching these other strings, and so even though I'm hitting 3, 4 strings, you're only hearing that one note. Same thing here. I'm playing this with my 4th finger on the 10th fret of the 6th string. All right, and going here to my first finger on the 5th string at the 7th fret. I'm going to do the same thing like I was doing for my first example on the 3rd string, where I'm just going to kind of extend my first finger up a little bit so that it's touching the 6th string, but then I'm also touching the 4th and 3rd strings with my first finger right here. All right. So, you know, at first you're going to get a lot of excess noise when you're doing this, but try to find a way to touch the other strings around. Sometimes it's with the same finger, sometimes it's with other fingers. So, like when I'm playing this one note at the 10th fret on the 1st string with my pinky, I'm actually using these other 1st, 2nd, and 3rd fingers to lightly touch the. I can't really do that when I'm playing with my first finger. So a lot of times when I'm playing, doing this with my index finger, it's the only one that can control the noise. But if I'm doing it with another finger, sometimes I can bring my first finger or even 2nd finger in to kind of help out with that. All right. And adding this kind of percussive sounds into your solos is really, you know, it's a tool in your toolbox. Don't overdo it. I was kind of overdoing it in my examples, but it's a way to, you know, add a little bit of nuance and a little bit of percussion into your solos that will make you sound more professional than just kind of picking the individual notes all the time. All right, have fun kind of percussioning it up.